What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of A Wolf in Geek's Clothing, hosted by yours truly, Wolfson, and with me is my special guest, the one and only Mike Phoenix Hero. Let's go!
What's up?
What's up? How's it going, man? How's it going?
I'm just surviving the weather, bro.
Yeah, bro. For
surviving.
Everybody who doesn't know, South Florida right now, we're in hurricane season, and man, oh man. It's been flash floods, heavy storms, and everything, man. Luckily, I have a truck, so I can just go through the flood. No problems whatsoever. Problem is, even with that, there's just large amounts of traffic just to get to my home, and it was 2-hour flight. Basically, 2 hours just to get from point A to point B when it normally takes me 40 minutes or so.
Nani?
It was
bad. The weather is bad.
Yeah, the weather's bad. So anybody who's in the South Florida region, stay safe, guys. So if you can, just stay home. Don't go work. Make sure you have your possessions inside your home. Be careful with your cars. There are floodings and may overflow your car. So make sure your car works. And also, if you live in the first floor, I heard yoga mats can cover. Or if you put yoga mats on the doors, it will prevent them for flooding.
Maybe.
I don't. Yeah, that's all I heard. I'm in the first floor, so I don't care. But yeah, guys, stay safe out there. Stay safe. Be careful. The weather is very bad. But yeah, let's get on with the show, man. I know we haven't seen each other like in a long time, like almost a month. Even though we did our weekly episodes. Last time we didn't do it like over 2 weeks or something like that.
Because you did it with Geektanium.
Yeah, shout out to my cousin. I wanted to do an episode with him just to give a recap of Collecticon. I mean, it was a great experience. I wish you were there, honestly. I wish you were there. You would have enjoyed the experience, man. It was actually a very dope experience,
Smelling the farts. I watched the podcast.
Dog, I wasn't kidding around when people were literally like sneezing and coughing and farting right next to you as they were just letting it loose as if nothing was giving a fuck. I'm like, bro, you kidding me? Like,
yeah. But then if you wear a mask, you're the weird one.
Oh yeah, no. If we wear the mask, we're the weird ones, And Japanese people been doing this for years. They don't call them the weird ones. They're just normal. But I wear it. Oh no, you're the weird one. Oh no, you're afraid of COVID. It's like they get the button for just that.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Just for that. Yeah, but I know for sure, you would have bought a few statues there. I don't know.
For sure?
Yeah, I don't know about Pokemon statues, but they have other anime statues, and they were a reasonable price. I know for sure if you would have seen them, there was probably gonna be one that will catch your eye and be like, I need to get it. And it was actually fairly cheap because I did compare and contrast the statues versus online. And yeah, the online was much more expensive. And right here is just half the price and I could just get it right now. So it was like
the convenience of no shipping, no this, no that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I did say in the pod, I do regret not getting the Gengar statue and the Salaman statue because they were fucking fire. It was just nuts. And it was reasonably priced. So compared to online, it's like, oh, damn, they're very expensive. And of course, the shipping has to be expensive as well. So you're essentially paying $500 for one of those statues.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Like, I'm happy with the statue. I've been wanting that a specific Red Gyarados statue. I've been wanting it for a while. Just never shotgun it. And I never did. And when it came up, and the opportunity came up, I was like, well, there's my calling call. Hopefully, I don't get to do that same mistake when I go with them to Comic Con. Hopefully, saying myself. But I did say when I go to Comic Con, I definitely want to get the exclusive mat, whatever Comic Con exclusive mat that they have, and for sure any exclusive sleeves that they have, and the token. for sure the token. The token is definitely something I want to do. I definitely want to have a token. I'll probably purchase like a box of Infinite Forbidden at that time when it's already in its release, and I'm pretty sure that that's like the most sought up. We're gonna promote this, and I'm gonna try to bribe one of them to see if they can can I get like the sneak peek of the tins? Can I get the tin with the boosters, or I can promote it. I can make a Konami official video, even though I shit on them so many times. I can make the exception just to say, hey, I got this first dibs,
Just the tins.
Yeah, just the tins. Or the next legendary duelist season, I want my Tachyon cards. Honestly, that Tachyon support looks dope. I want it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens then. I definitely will give you a recap out of it.
They have good Comic Con mats.
Oh yeah. Oh, they do?
They always do. The last one was Flame Wingman.
Oh, dope.
And then before that it was the Flame Wingman, the retrain, the Infernal Rage.
Gotcha. Yes. I would imagine.
And then they had one the year before that was like Kaiba in the
Blue Eyes Jet Dragon.
Yep. I have that, man.
Oh, got you. Interesting. Okay, yeah. I might as well get two. One for myself and one to sell. Because I'm pretty sure the amount I'm gonna pay for it will be cheaper. And then when I sell it, I'll just get basically my money back.
Yeah, they're typically $30.
And if I sell it, it's gonna be like what, $100? Because it's literally an exclusive Comic-Con mat. Like nobody has this other than the people who went to Comic-Con. Yeah,
well, maybe because like the last couple of years, I guess since COVID, they've been doing it where you can buy it online, even if you're not at Comic-Con. That's how I got them.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Emotional.
But I don't know if they're gonna do it again this year. So you should still get it because it's still limited quantities. Even if you order online, it's still a limited quantity.
Right.
They sell out quick. So yeah.
Good thing is that I'm going on a Friday and Saturday to Comic-Con. And I did tell my people, my cousins, that the first thing I want to do is go straight to the Konami booth. Go straight to the booth, wait in line if I have to, just to get in, and then be like, all right, I want my mat, I want my tokens. Yeah. And I want my bots of Infinite Forbidden. And then see if I could get a Lost promo on top of that. Who knows? The one time I went to a Comic-Con was in New York Comic-Con, and that was fun. And I missed out a lot in that Konami booth. But then again, it's thanks to that Konami booth that I got me back to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Again.
Yeah.
So, I didn't know that they do exclusive mats or they do these tokens. I wish I would have known. But at that time, I wasn't playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I was playing Duel Links the whole time, And going to that Konami booth is what gave me the push to say, all right, I think I'm going to come back again playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. And then my first deck was the D-Link, believe it or not. I got like 3 structure decks of the Rockets Revolution.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was my first deck. And then since then I'm now back. I'm in Dragons now. Still in Dragons, Full circles, huh? First circles. But yeah, let's talk about the Battles of Legends. They just came out. Well, it didn't came out. It's coming out next week, I believe, right? Next week. But we just got the full list, basically. My thoughts, and then we'll pass it back to you. My thoughts of this set was exactly what I expected. It was gonna be at best a mid set. I didn't see any wow factor cards that was like, ooh, we need to get these. I didn't know that there were.
Okay.
What? Hold on.
All the archetypes are good, bro. Ritual Beast, Infernoid. Those are meta changing.
Infernoid. I was gonna get to it. Infernoids. Maybe Infernoid Snake Eyes. We'll probably see our best friend back. Those who the podcast no. But then again, Inferno Snake Eyes is ridiculously stupid if they had grass. The grass is greener. I don't know if that's gonna translate to TCG, because at the OCG it makes sense, but TCG, I don't know if there's gonna be like a lot of movement out of it. And besides, like you need to foolish your Infernoids in order for you to fusion summon the level 1, and the level 1 does the other more foolish, and then do that whole Infernoid combo, and then have that link 4, and then you can do the Snake Eyes combo. Or vice versa, if I'm got it right. I don't know if Infernoids are gonna be a thing. Ritual Beasts, I haven't paid much attention to it. I'll be honest. Ritual Beasts, I haven't paid much attention, but I don't think it's gonna be. Let me see. How can I put Ritual Beasts? This is how I'm looking at it. I see Infernoids and Ritual Beasts as the Vanquish Shoal of this format. You know, Vanquish Shoal was cutting up people's off guard when it came out, and people thought it's gonna be trash, but it turned out to be a great mid-range deck, and they had their appearances, but it's not enough for it to be a balance or dominating the format. It's not enough to balance the whole format, which is like tier 0 Snake Eyes. It's not enough that I don't think Ritual Beast has enough for it to compete against a meta. I may be wrong because I said, I have
a shifter deck.
It's a shifter deck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And
sure.
to me, it's better than Flu.
So it's a better version of Flu Andres.
In my opinion, yeah.
Why is that?
Because you have negates and stuff.
I'm like,
and then you can follow, and like you end up with like a board where you can just like return stuff to hand, and you can it also plays IP, and you have enough material on board to do Underworld Goddess. So
okay.
Literally like once you like negate stuff, you turn everything to hand. If they still manage to get stuff, you can be like, well, I'm just gonna tribute it off as part of a link summon.
So
with Underworld Goddess. So it's like there's like just so many interruptions. And then again, if you open Shifter, that in itself is a huge interruption.
Because they can play through Shifter, is what you're telling me.
Yes. And if you play it the way I'm gonna play it, you can also get Thunder Dragon Colossus.
So you're planning to play Ritual Beast. You're changing your cashier to Ritual Beast?
I'm adding.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Bro, I'm combining two shifter decks.
This guy, bro, at that point, just add Flu to your cash. What?
I wish I could, but you can't special summon when you normal summon.
Oh, damn.
Flu.
Oh, yeah, that's their gimmick with Flu. You're right. And you can't special summon first and then normal? No? Doesn't work either?
I think it's one of those effects where it's like you can't do this turn, you know?
Oh, got you. But Ritual Beast, there's no restrictions like that. Okay, so it made sense to add a cash. Yeah.
And a lot of the effects are also like not once per turn.
Oh, so they're all soft once per turn.
Yeah. No, I don't know about all, but the ones that extend the combos are not hard once per turn.
Oh.
And then the thing is like when you contact fuse, you already banish them. That's why like Shifter doesn't matter because like they already get banished with or without Shifter.
Yo,
so that's why you play Shifter in the deck.
That's crazy.
So I'm like, oh, contact fuse. I have to banish these two for like the materials.
Okay, but knowing all the information, I still stand where I said initially. It's gonna be a good tier 2 deck.
I think tier 1.
You think
it's better than Infernoid? Yeah.
Well,
I think it's better than Infernoid.
I can believe that. I can believe. I can definitely believe that Ritual Beast will be better than Infernoid, even though Infernoid will have a great advantage by adding the Snake Eye package into it, or vice versa. But I feel like Ritual Beast will have a better shot in the meta than Infernoids. Now, do I believe it's gonna top regionals? It might. But then once people figure out how it works, I think like it's gonna be like one of those decks that's gonna have a representation per regional, but like I don't think it's gonna be enough to be number 1 or it's gonna win.
I don't think it'll be number 1, but I still think like it's a strong contender.
Okay,
like it's like unless you manage to like open a raw spear every time, like
yo.
You're cooked because like you have a negate, you have multiple return to hand. Like even against like Snake Eyes, right? If you go like Snake Eyes, Ash, Poplar, they try to activate Snake Eyes, you just return their hand. And it's like, well, you can normal summon again. You already
know what goes off. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So it gave me a little presence. I still stand with the set being a mid because
I think their reprints are mid.
I think that's why it gave that bad. I think that's exactly why I give it a mid, because adding new archetypes like the Infernoids and the Ritual Beasts, or not adding new archetypes, adding support to these all existing archetypes, that was good. Yeah. That was definitely a good move. But adding these certain reprints, it was definitely bad. At least all the reprints that they did, it was just like, again, why now? Or why not before? Or why not later? Like, when I saw the Sprite Core is getting reprinted and Kurikara, they're all cards from Power of the Elements. And in my head, I'm like, wait a minute. They announced that they're reprinting Power of the Elements on this year's tins. So what the fuck are we getting reprinted from that set? Tier Elements? I want to have Ness on Prismatic.
Yeah. Also the Despia swords. I'm like, why? Like they reprinting the stuff from the structure deck.
Yeah.
Like the Golden Sword Soul, and I'm like,
the Mirror Jade, that Golden Sword Soul, the Mirror Jade, the Brandeds. I mean, I didn't know
kit.
I didn't know we needed those reprints. I think those reprints could be safe for the tins, or better yet, why
the structure deck,
or not exactly. Get the structure deck. The structure deck is cheap. Yeah. It's what, $10 per one structure deck. You can get free structures for 30. You got the whole playset. You got your whole branded core set. You got your branded fusions. Again, there's new support for certain cards. Okay, good. Reprints, bad. That's why you put it right there in the middle section. It's like, it's mid. And and for some reason, it's something that I was expecting for Konami to do on this set, on this Battles of Legends set. I was not shocked at all that it was going to turn out the way it is. But now you're telling me with this, new support, because I was held more focused on the Infernoids, knowing like, oh, Infernoids can be something. But then I thought like Ice Barriers, probably the level 2 Ice Barrier could be put in Sprite. And then the Electro Core could be in Sprite, but who cares? Sprite is not that big of a deal anymore. Even though I feel Sprite, even though now I can get the Sprite Core now. Now I can get it back after I've sold it so many times at a higher price and made a profit out of it. So
but like you can play Sprite with the ice barrier stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like it makes sense why it's reprinted, but it's like we're already getting it reprinted soon. Like why?
So what are
the double reprint?
Like what are we getting? Are we getting a reprinter for us? Is that what it is on the tins? I feel like there were so many missed opportunities for this set that they missed it. Like alternate arts or certain other reprints that was needed. I feel like, really? Now what? I'm not spending more money on boxes. I'm just gonna get the singles, everything on dirt cheap, Kurikaras, the Sprite Core. And I'm getting that oil secret card, the spell card, oil.
Yeah.
Target 2, I forgot, it was like target 2 level 4 or lower fire monsters and bring it back to your hand.
Yeah.
I've seen that it could work for Tenpai. But then again, it could not. It could be a brick. Because what I hate about that card is that it's not a quick play. It's just a regular spell. So it could be slow for us. I don't know. But just having it just in case, whatever happens in the future. Again, I'm not spending much because I want to get certain One Piece cards. And then I want to, save money for Comic Con. And get cards for Infinite Forbidden. That's the one that I really want. The only cards that I want Infinite Forbidden. I think it's gonna be the set of the year. I think
because of what? Fiendsmith,
Drytron support, Centurion support, the Tenpai support, the Gimmick Puppets support. There was a couple of other stuff that was happening in that set that people are like, oh yeah, that I said myself, holy shit, people are gonna buy this set because of it. I mean, the Yugi set, everybody's loving that casual Yugi deck set, the Shining Sarcophagus set, with the gadgets and Gandora and shit. With this, they're gonna extend it with the Exodia. That's all Yugi theme. People are gonna be going nuts for it for all those casual fans. I feel like that set, as of right now, is gonna be the best set. It's gonna be the set in which I might actually buy multiple boxes. If not, I'll just rather get the singles. Because for this year we have Phantom Nightmare and Legacy of Destruction. Phantom Nightmare wasn't a big fan for me, and it wasn't a big fan all around. Everybody was able to get Popular and Promethean at ultra rare, dirt cheap, and it wasn't short printed. It was easy to get them. That's pretty much it. They lost their value because they put Promethean and Popular as ultra instead of secrets. And on top of all of that, the Jubel stuff, is the only thing that's the voiceless. It's the only thing that's carrying. So there's not that much value. And Legacy of Destruction is everybody wanted to get Legacy of Destruction because of Tenpai, and everybody thought Tenpai was gonna be like, holy shit, it's gonna be expensive. Turned out to be a $60 budget deck. So they lost their value again on the set. So I feel Infinite Forbidden is gonna be the set of the year because everything that has been released on Infinite Forbidden, hold on, everything, because I do have it here. Everything that it's on Infinite Forbidden is it's cards that people want, like 100%. Like I'm looking at the list right now. And you see, we got the Yugi cards, like or Grandpa Moto's cards. The Shield, the Millennium stuff. That we got the Gimmick Puppets. Oh shit, I forgot. We got some light and dark dragon monsters. So that's chaos support right there. That's for dragons as well, The White Woods, that was the other archetype. The White Woods, which everybody's going like, oh my God, White Woods, this is going to be a nuts deck. You mix it with Centurion and it's a banger synchro deck, easy. You're not just doing Calamity Lock, you got negations, interruptions on top of Calamity Lock. So, and I've talked to Kenneth and other people. They were saying like, yo, I can't wait for White Woods. White Woods is definitely one of those archetypes that it's very splashable, and especially for synchro based decks. Ragnarok got short. The Fiendsmith for sure, it's gonna be a thing. I'm looking at it. The free Drytron support cards, they're nuts. It's a good card. Oh, I forgot. This set is gonna have the new Matt C, like quote unquote, the new Matt C card.
The squid, yeah,
the
jellyfish,
whatever it is. Chami Puruli. Bruh. Butcher this shit. It's the fake Matt C. Call it fake because it's not Matt C. Matt C is OP, but if there's an indication that we're not getting Matt C, it's this card, which is I feel like it's a staple that everybody wants to have it. If your deck requires for you to go second, like mine does, it's like, oh yeah, I need to have draw power. I need to see my cards instead of going for pros all the time. And if I want to board break your board, I definitely need to see cards. So it makes sense. And it makes sense for other decks if they ever want to use that hand trap as to like, haha, you want me to draw? You want me to draw? No? Okay. The Drytrons, the Exodias, it's Chaos, Fiendsmith, the Mementos, the White Woods, Gimmick Puppets, Madolcha support, Ragnarok, the Millenniums, and then just the Tenpai with the basically that's why I feel like that set alone is gonna be the best set of the year. And Rage of the Abyss so far there hasn't been anything wow Rage of the Abyss. Not that I saw like something that I like, oh, I can't wait to get it. Have you? Based on some of the stuff, it's just all right. We got cool support, here and there. We'll see how it goes. It's gonna be the best one of the year, unless Rachel the Abyss drops a new staple card, a generic staple card that everybody in the mother needs to have that card. Infinite's gonna be the best. Now, we'll see how it goes because meta changes, format changes. There has to be a ban list before Infinite Forbidden. So we're right now in June. There should be a ban list by July. By July, there should be already a ban list. It cannot go out past Infinite Forbidden. It cannot go out by not having it in July. Like we're gonna get into it. But again, that's my thoughts of Battles of Legend. It's definitely a mid-tier set. I mean, it is what it is. Good support cards, bad reprints. That's all I think about. What are your thoughts in regards to that?
Yeah, I feel like the new cards are good. They added some of the toy stuff, which is going to be good for Whitewood.
You think so?
Like like Toy Soldier, Toy Tank, Toy Box. Like you're going to need them for the Whitewood. Yep. If you're playing like just Whitewood or just like a Whitewood pile, that's what you would want to pick up. Phantom of Yugioh, that's going to be good. That fusion. Yeah, other than the, I guess, other than the Substitute,
that was a rare reprint.
That was a good one because it hasn't been reprinted ever.
Yeah, but like, is it a card that we needed it now? Like, I feel like we could have had that during Sprite format. Why now?
Yeah, but like other people play other formats, like so it's basically like. If like unless you want to play Go format and like you can't play it because that card's like $100 and you don't want to invest $100 on an old format that you don't really
care.
Well, not care, but like you can't. It's not like you can get store credit or stuff like that. But now it's like okay, they're reprinting it, so everyone can get it. I think the Ritual Beast reprints were good because that came out in I think Secret Forces.
Wow, that's what
which was like it's 10 years old.
Jesus, right.
Like 2014.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry, 2015.
Right.
Yeah, the Secret Forces came out 2015. And like most of them don't have any reprints. So like that was a good reprint, but then everything else is like the Sprite I don't get. The anything with branded I don't get. Like branded is I don't want to say cheap, but like the expensive cards are not reprinted in this, so it's like they reprinted the cheap cards. Wow, like that doesn't help.
You're right, because Cartesia has already had a reprint before this, right? There was already a reprint of Cartesia, right?
Yeah.
So they reprinted it for the third time. Why? Like they should have done Quem.
I'm looking. Yeah.
They should have done Quem at that point. Yep. But I guess Quem is gonna go to their tins this year. But then again, circling back, why? Well, you could have put that in the tins. Why you reprinted it? In fact, we already have reprints of these structure deck. Have we not? They only had one copy so far. This is the first reprint. I'm confusing with some other branded cards that they got reprinted on the tins last year.
I think the tins last year were just the bestial stuff.
Probably.
And then, yeah, I mean, there probably is some stuff, but
so
yeah, those reprints were just suck. I don't understand. And then, I already know people are mad because the all arts are like all quarter century.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, I don't care because I think I love like quarter century and Starlights. But I already know people are already complaining about the Dragon Master, Magia, which is like the Blue Eyes fusion and like with the one Chaos or Black Luster Soldier card.
Yeah.
And I already know people are like upset because they're like, why is it only QCR?
Oh, so they didn't print it on a regular rarity. They just print a QCR and that's the only rarity there is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's gonna be expensive. I could care less, honestly. If I pull it, it's like, oh, look at that. I pull it.
It's also like a hard fusion monster. Like, it's so nostalgia bait because it's like you need you can use Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon or 3 Blue Eyes monsters plus. So that's like the first requirement. Plus a chaos or Blackluster Soldier ritual monster. So you can't even do like BLS, Link, or what. No, it has to be a ritual one.
Or a chaos monster.
Or chaos, yeah.
So, but it has to be chaos on the name. There has to be a chaos.
Yeah.
But that means Blackluster Soldier of Chaos, the Link free. It is possible because his name is Chaos, Soldier of Chaos.
I guess you're right. I don't know if the
Dark Magician Demok. I mean, Demok is a Chaos card, so you can.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is I don't know if the ritual monster part applies to both or just the last one. Because I don't know if it's saying like a Chaos ritual or a Blackluster Soldier ritual.
Right.
I'm not too sure on like how that works.
It's not very bothersome for me because it's not a card that I really truly care. I don't think people really care.
The effects is crazy. I like the effect. It's like once per turn you can negate each type of card. So once per turn you can negate a monster, spell, and trap. Yeah, so it's like 3 negates, but it's like you're using like a billion resources.
Exactly. You're not gonna waste all your resources just to have one Omni negate. They can use it 3 times depending on the card type. That's a lot of resources that you're sacrificing just to get that card out.
Yeah.
So it's a good card. It's just the requirements is just ridiculously stupid. You need a Cybersting card like that for you to pull that shit out of nowhere. So I get and
just to be kaiju'd away.
Yeah, just to be kaiju away because that's all it takes. It's just like drop or Santa Claus. Yeah, I don't know. It's all right. It's
I don't know. I'm hyped to get the Ritual B stuff.
I'm just getting all the cards individually. I'm whatever about it. Kurikara, I think it's probably between Kurikara and Oil and Sprite. Those are like the most sought out cards that I really want to get. Oh, and that ranked 7 dragon. That looks pretty cool. That's something for you on your Kashtira deck, though. I don't know if you're gonna use
Rank
it.
7.
Yeah, Blazing Dragon, something like that. Requires like 2 level 7 monsters.
I don't even know. Yeah. Oh, I see a Blaze. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. People have been playing it in the OCG with Cash.
Oh, for real? Oh, so it has its uses then.
I mean, I guess people like. I still think that Armed Dragon is better.
You think so?
Because you have to detach, destroy 1 monster in your hand or field, and 1 card your opponent controls. So like, I have to like destroy my own resources to do that. Which using Armed Dragon is better because I just destroy something and then I just have to banish something from my graveyard, which like doesn't affect me. But it's like I don't want to start destroying my own resources like on the field, like to destroy one of their cards.
Got you. Okay. I just like the art design. The art design.
That I 100% agree. It looks cool.
That is probably the only one that I'll probably like worth getting a QCR out of it. That probably it. Other than that, again, trying to save money for a few cards at One Piece and saving money for Infinite Forbidden and Comic Con all at the same time. I don't know how the fuck am I gonna do all that, but I always find ways. I always find ways to do it. So, yeah, dude, we'll see how it goes. Battles of Legends is releasing next week. What are your thoughts, guys? If there's a specific cards you want to get out of it, you think it's a shit set, you think it's a great set, let us know in the comments below. Moving on to all the topics that we got in the Yu-Gi-Oh sphere. YCS recap. Do you have anything important to discuss about YCS? I just put it there just for shits and giggles. Like, hey, YCS came and surprising. Tenpai won. Tenpai won. Snake Eyes won. Hey.
Yeah. That was funny that they always ask like, what's your favorite card? And someone said Elemental Hero Air Neos.
Oh yeah, there was one. Yeah.
they said it, and it's like, okay, so they acknowledge the card exists, they just won't reprint it. So I thought that was funny because they're like, "We'll acknowledge it." I was saying like, I want to go to YCS and top, and then somehow summon that card just to be like, it's on your stream, like,
bro. That's gonna be the talk of everybody. Everybody's gonna be talking about. It's like, yo, you saw this guy just drop Elemental Air Neos.
we just want to reprint, bro.
We just want a reprint, guys. Hey, Konami, do your thing. Get a reprint. Yeah, nothing shocking about YCS. I mean, a few streamings caught people cheating. Surprise. Judges didn't pick it up. Surprise. That's Yu-Gi-Oh for you. But I do want to discuss the price. All right. So let's talk about the game prices as to why I feel Konami should have a better game pricing winnings for every time they do their regionals, their nationals, their YCS and championships and whatnot, and why they need to improve this sooner than later. Because this might be the reason as to why other TCGs are better than them, are better than Konami in terms of that. So I took pictures because I got this from Mega Capital G video. Shout out to him. He did a discussion about this, which I found it very intriguing because he talked about like how the pricing for certain TCGs are much more better than Yu-Gi-Oh! And you and me have heard about this a lot of times with Travis, with George and Chris. We've heard this a lot from other people who play other TCGs that the fact that Konami itself has a shit record of rewarding people, and that's what you want. You want to reward players so they can continue to come back and top and spend more money on your TCG, And the pricing for these is just crap. Because here's what you get for first place. You get an ultra rare Yu-Gi-Oh! Championship Series prize card, another Verse Glutonia. It's one of those exclusive cards that does absolutely nothing. It's just the fact that it's exclusive. You only could get it. Okay, cool. Yu-Gi-Oh! Championship trophy, branded premium messenger bag, a Nintendo Switch, an invite to and VIP status at the Nets World Championship Qualifier Tournament, and a Yu-Gi-Oh! Championship Series Top Cup mat. Now, second place is pretty much the same, except for the trophy. Yeah. Wow. Cheap bastards. The second place is you don't get the trophy and you don't get a VIP status for the Nets Worlds. You just get an invite. And then third place is the same minus the messenger bag. And then fourth to eighth. Wow. So if you made it to eighth place, you get yourself a Nintendo Switch. That's crazy. From fourth to eighth, everything minus the prize card. Oh, I get it. Second and third place, the prize card is the same, but on a super rare, whereas the first place is ultra rare. I don't get it. Why couldn't they just made a quarter century at that point or Starlight? Again, stop. And then here's the funny parts. So from 9th to 17th place, the top 16, they get a booster pack of the current set, invite to Worlds qualifier, and then a game mat. And then top 32, 17 to 32nd, they get an invite and a mat. That's Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now in its current price switch. Here's what. Let me see. Which one is this? Oh my God. Okay, so here's Lorcana's price list. So remember what we were talking about not too long ago on the pod about in the regionals, we should get like an exclusive regional mat or sleeves, even though they're the sleeves. We just double sleeve it regardless, or use it for extra deck. We don't give a fuck. But mat over 5 random booster packs that there's not a chance that we're gonna get a quarter century, and you might actually lose the entire regional, but you might actually pull the quarter century. So who's the real winner? So that's, by the way, this is Konami. On every regional national, you just get 5 booster packs, random. Not even, you're not gonna even consider that. Oh yeah, you won something. No. In Lorcana, prize list for 1,025 players and over. They get early check-in the day before, an event promo, participation Dragon Fire. So I'm pretty sure like a few promos and cards that they can have it. A Swiss performance, Let It Go. So I guess it's a Let It Go card that's rare. Top 64, they get a Cinderella Stout-Hearted. Top 32, Rapunzel Gifted Healing. Top 16, Rapunzel Playmat and qualify for North America or European Championship. Top 8, Serialized Mickey Mouse Brave Little Tailor. Top 4, 2 display of the current set. 2 booster packs. And our prize wall tickets. Top 2 display, the same thing. And the winner gets a challenge trophy, a foil set of the current legal set, and enchanted. So what am I saying, guys? So Lorcana gives you rewards even if you didn't make it to the top, because according to what I'm reading, these are just exclusive stuff that only you can get it in these tournaments. And before you tell me, oh, but what does it matter? It's a promo, you can get it anywhere. No, hold on. When I looked into the pricing for some of these promos, holy shit, you start 300 or more. That's the value. If you're just bottom entry, you're telling me bottom entry, I just signed up and I got myself a $300 promo. That's crazy reward. And all these other cards that I mentioned, like, okay, let's say Rapunzel Gifted or the Cinderella, I'm pretty sure these are rare cards that you can only get it there. And if you get that card, there's like 500 plus or something, some ridiculous amount. And if you get the special play mats, again, all this is money tailored. Like you could get real legit money out of this. And then the winner gets a foil set of the current challenge. So that means that you get a booster pack, everything foiled out of it. Even the common cards are foiled, so they're holographic. So that could go for thousands of dollars at that point. That's Lorcana. This is One Piece. Remember what George tells us, that every time it's always a plus or plus every time he goes to One Piece.
plus.
plus. To go to any of these regionals on One Piece, because even if you lost, you still get promo cards that you can only get to these regionals, and those promo cards alone is money itself that you just invested. So if you spend like $20 and you lost, that's okay, because you got yourself a promo card that's worth 100 more, something like that. So the price list is you get a Dawn card hollow, that you only get one Dawn card hollow. I'm pretty sure that one Dawn card hollow is like a very specific Oda exclusive art that you can only get it for certain tournaments, and you could get money out of it, or just flits it on everybody, Top 128, you get an event pack volume 3 and one pack of sleeve for emperors. One event pack, I remember George mentioned something like that event pack alone can cost you like already hundreds and hundreds of dollars, because again, you can only get it exclusively where? In these regionals or these nationals or whatever you call it. And then top 64, Opio 121, Jamato, and event pack volume 2. You get 2 of those. Again, I'm looking at cards that I had to look up, and some of these cards and some of these prices, I'm telling you, they're all worth money. Like you can sell it if you don't really care about it. And lastly, just to shit on more on Konami and shows them how much they're other TCGs are better than them. Pokemon TCG, bro, top 32 starts at $1,000 and 36 booster packs.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
I have to get to top 32 so I could get a G for myself and 36 booster packs. Top 32, that's all it takes for me. And then top 16 starts with 2,000, top 8, 3,000, top 4, 5,000, second place, 7,000, and first place, 10,000. And then obviously the booster packs gets increased. So top 16 is for 72 booster packs, top 8, 108, all the way to first place. So not only you're winning crash prize money, you're also getting yourself booster packs, like a shitload of booster packs. And I understand where everybody's gonna start like commenting and say, yeah, but Takashi says like he doesn't want Yu-Gi-Oh to be like cash winning prize either. He wanted everybody to play the game and enjoy it. I get that, but I feel like Konami could give a better push on prizes than just giving me an exclusive mat that everybody's gonna have, or a useless card that nobody wants to get it or nobody wants to sell because it doesn't do anything, or fucking keep giving me a fucking Nintendo Switch. I feel like if you combine what Pokemon gives, like if you want to go with the we're not gonna make a cash prize money, okay, fine. Do what Pokemon and One Piece do. Instead of the top 32, you get 24 booster packs, and then top 16, you get 2 boxes, free boxes, and you get exclusive mats on top of it, or you get an exclusive promo. That you can only get it when you're on the top, or you could get it on the film. If you give me a combination of one and the other and mesh it together onto your Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments, Yu-Gi-Oh is gonna live forever at that point. It's not gonna die. But if you continue with this, campaign of just giving everybody Nintendo Switches, do we really want to care much of winning, getting to the top at that point? Now, because I feel like now the people who are getting to the top are just people that they couldn't make it because their friend did it, and now their friend is like, you can make it to the top now because I already got like free Switches. I don't need any more.
Yeah.
Or I got free deck boxes of the qualifier. I don't need any more. Go ahead and I'll let you have this win so you can reach to the top. It's gotten to that point. Like all the clicks, now they're getting to the top. It's no longer random anymore. So that's my biggest gripe with the pricing on YCS and any Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. It don't matter. Like locals, it's different. Locals, we're trying, we're just having fun and getting some of the store credit, so we can buy booster packs that we keep buying. But when it comes to nationals, regionals, world champions, and stuff like that, like give me a better pricing. Now, it's not there to say that I'm never gonna top or anything, and who am I to speak because you've never topped at all on a regional or national, whatever. You're absolutely right. I don't know if I'm ever gonna top. I don't know if I'm planning that I want to top. It's not in my deck of cards. Literally, it's not like I need like this is my end all be all. Like no, I got other better goals than that. But it's not as what's the word? It's not as exciting as I'm looking at other TCGs. I look at other TCGs. I'm like, damn. I kind of want to get into that TCG now because of that, because that's actually the rewards are there. You get good rewards for participating alone. You make your money out of it, and I feel like One Piece is one of those perfect TCGs that they're doing the right way. You get an exclusive card, you can keep it or you can sell it. You still make money out of it. Plus.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's my gripes with the cash and with the game winning prizes, and I wish Konami could do a better job at that. But we can only do it if we start our revolution and have everybody complain to Konami and let them know, hey, this is dog shit. Better change it up. If we give this much energy to complain to Konami about ban list, which we'll get into it, why don't we give that same energy on the pricing? I don't know. But that's my thoughts. That's where my head was going not too long ago. I'm curious to what you think about all this that I mentioned.
I agree. There should be more for like entry, like participating. I kind of do like the idea that the creator was like, I don't want cash prizes and stuff like that, because it makes the game a bit less sweaty. And like the people are in it because they like the game, not because it's like, oh, this is my livelihood or whatever. Because I really hate when people lose a tournament and then cry like, oh my God, I'm going to pay my bills. I lost. And I'm like, bro, like, that's not my problem. You know, like, not my problem. You lost. And now you got to figure out how to get money. So like, I do agree that like probably should be more upfront. Like, oh, instead of getting the 5 packs of whatever, it should be some like exclusive sleeves or something. It could be so simple. Just like to just have the city name, you know, like 2024
Houston or 2024
Houston, yeah.
Miami, Orlando, New York, somewhere.
Yeah.
Like this regional happened here. You can only get this one from this place.
Yeah. And I feel like that you know, that's kind of cool. But again, I kind of agree that like I don't like cash prizes because those games become so sweaty. And I also thought it was funny what you said, because I remember talking to someone and they were telling me like, not the store, it was somewhere else, but they found out like I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Then they were like, oh, I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because they were saying like, oh, they play Pokemon instead. Because then they're like, oh, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Prize sucks. And I'm like, well, how many times have you topped Pokemon?
Hey, yo!
And then they just became quiet. And I'm like, okay. Like, there you go. like you're complaining, but you haven't topped whatever equivalent, you know?
Right.
They're like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Sucks. You know, you don't get any cash prize, you get this. I'm like, yeah, how many times have you won?
Yeah,
like, okay.
exactly.
So kind of, I thought it was funny. You were like, yeah, like we're voicing it from the side of like, we might not win, but I mean, I understand like, yeah, like other card games look more appealing, but then it's also like, it's more competitive. So it's like, you're going to go fly out just to lose because other people are more like dedicated and focused than you are.
Right.
So it's kind of like there's a bunch of give and take, because it's like, I don't think the game is dying because the YCSs are still jam packed and stuff like that. And I think a lot of people on Reddit always complain like, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's dying. Like, funny enough, even with this set, right? I was telling you about the Dragon Master, or whatever. People on Reddit were like, oh, Yu-Gi-Oh's dead, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, y'all say that for any card that comes in high rarity. Like,
seriously. Like,
for SP Little Knight being secret, they're like, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's dying. I'm like, no, it's not. And then it's like, you see the YCS. So it's like every time they just love to say that. And then I'm like, but you just look at the YCS. It's like, if it was really dying, Konami would change. And I think something about Konami is they don't care about your voice. They care about
the money.
Not just the money, but what they see. And to them, they're like, YCSs are jam-packed. So why do we have to change if people are still coming at this? I think like they look at the ban list. That's why they have stores like report the results, because they start to see like, okay, like this, there's a bunch of players now, but then ever since this meta, let's say like, tier limit, the drop was like this, right? Then they're like, okay, well then we have to do something because the people at the local stores are upset. So then they start banning cards. That's why sometimes they ban cards and you're like, no one's playing this in like, in like a YCS or whatever, but it's because they're trying to get people to come back to locals, because it's like people go to locals, they're the ones that buys the cards and blah, blah, blah. Because like Konami understands that like they can't just make profit off of just like YCS players. There's also that local component. So I think it's like the feedback they don't care about. To them, the feedback is like the numbers. And it's like, for right now, it's like YCSs are jam-packed, so it's like we're not going to change. Even if you are vocal, it's like, but the people are coming, so
that's what they care. Yeah.
And then again, so it's like for locals, it's like, once locals start to, numbers drop, they try to put out the ban list or blah, blah, blah. That is my opinion on it. I mean, I agree, like other games have more appealing prizes, but then that also means you'll be playing against a bunch of more people that, only want the prizes.
Right, I understand. But then again, that's on every other TCG. It don't matter. Like people will compete in Yu-Gi-Oh just to get the mats as well or the deck boxes. That's like it's whatever. I just feel like other TCGs. I just feel like we should be rewarded because we're participating in your company and we're paying money for your company. And instead of you should feel like accomplished is not the word, but you should feel happy the fact that, damn, my record wasn't good. I didn't make it top 32, but it was a good day at the regional. I have fun. It was good. And on top of all of that, I got this exclusive mat. Or I got this exclusive sleeve that only I could get it from here. Or something exclusive. Yeah. Or this exclusive card that you can get on here. It might not mean anything to somebody, but it is something to me because I got it here and that's my reward. The reward, I feel like if Konami can give a little bit more of reward, a better reward system, instead of giving up switches like crazy. I don't know how they keep having that much money from Nintendo to give out all these switches. Better reward than just having a Nintendo Switch, and a better reward system for the people who are participating. I feel like that will last to the test of time. And yeah, there's always going to be somebody to complain about it. 100%. You got those internet snobs that's going to complain for no reason. Oh, I went to this regional and I got this bullshit card. Like, what the fuck am I going to do with this card? Or what am I going to do with these sleeves? These sleeves are ass. Which I agree. Konami can do a better job with the products that they're selling. I'm pretty sure people will be much more inclined to buy the products. Like if you... Like the mats, I don't think I have ever a problem with the mats because it's all designed based on people's favorites on whatever set it's out. I think like it's the sleeve that's so easy to break. I feel like if they dedicate a little bit more love on that type of product, I'm pretty sure people will be more inclined to buy them instead of like beat a neck out of it.
Yeah.
Or have them double sleeved out of it so it won't break. And then that'll make people to buy more your products. That's more money behind it. And makes people like, oh shit, I can't wait to come to the regional and flex on these new Yu-Gi-Oh products. Again, I guess that's where my complaint is. Like, I wish they could give us a better reward system. And I hope in the future they do. I really, really, really am hopeful. Because that all means it'll give me more of an inclination to participate a lot more regionals than I am right now, which is like barely none.
Yeah. I have no desire to go to regionals. I think I was talking to Jakari about it because I was like, bro, like the times I've gone, it's always been Rule Sharks, and it's like, for what? Like, cool if I get the invite. Like, I wasn't playing to go on nationals. I'm not dropping X amount of dollars to fly out,
so I could definitely lose
all this stuff. Yeah, or even if I do win, it's like I don't think I'm gonna fly out to Worlds either.
Yeah,
like
it's a lot of factors that you have to take in. And it's like, all right, like what are the chances that you will end up being like the top of the top? Like is it like, are you just gonna go there just for that? Or would you rather use that money to go somewhere else and have more enjoyable experience?
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it's like, if they did something to make the regionals fun, I would go. But it's like every time I've gone to regional, it has not been fun. Like, at best, it's just been like boring. Like, okay, I'm going to play,
Yeah.
The one we did, the Prodigy.
Yeah.
Like, that was fine, but it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm having so much fun. And then at the end of the day, when the ref kept like stalking me, like that just killed the entire mood. I was like, it was fine up until this this man was worrying about me when I'm like, bro, there's a bunch of questionable things happening in the top tables, but you're worried about the guy at the bottom table.
Seriously.
Who didn't do anything wrong. But okay, that's who you're worried about.
And most of these judges are all click-based. Like, they're all friends of the friends of each other, you know. They're all homies from the same local spot, you know. So they're always going to have each other's back no matter what. And if you're in those locals and they see you, they know you, they recognize you, they'll even, you know, help you. So it's not even you're not even playing fair to begin with.
Yeah, there's rulings where I hear it and I'm like, bro, like what?
See,
what was that? I think like Roots was telling me that he went to some place and they told him that he activated DPE and a result, and then with no negation or nothing, right? And then you know how like the next standby phase you get to summon back Destiny Hero.
Yeah,
he's trying to do that. Person's like Ghost Bell, and then it's what do you mean Ghost? You can't Ghost Bell. This is resolving it's a mandatory resolution.
Yeah, there's no activation. Judge was like,
there's no. And then the judge was like, oh no, you can do it. And it's like, no.
What?
So yeah, that's what he was telling me, and I'm like, what? Bro, I literally told my bro, you got trolled by the ref, because I'm like, that's just game mechanics. I attempt to activate effect to summon from graveyard, and they're like nothing. Oh, okay. I think I'm pretty sure what happened. I mean, I didn't know the game state, but I'm pretty sure the opponent drew Ghost Bell and then was trying to immediately like stop it in the standby phase, you know? So like Root set up his board, got DP out, blah, blah, blah. You know, pass turn. The guy probably top deck Ghost Bell. And then when he got to standby, Roots is trying to summon it back. He's like, no, I have Ghost Bell. And it's like,
but he didn't activate. It's a mandatory effect that's already done. Like the activation of it's already done.
You're resolving. It's a mandatory resolution. Like, and that's what like some people don't understand either. Like the judge was helping his friend, but I'm saying like when new players come, I tell them like there's certain things that are mandatory resolutions. Like you can't just say like, "Oops, you forgot." Like Magnuma. A lot of people like will activate. They will activate it and go like, okay, effective end phase, and then go end phase. Then the opponent will go and then. They'll be, I forgot to search. It's like, oh, it's too late. It's like, it's not too late. Like, it's a mandatory resolution. Yeah. And a lot of people were like, oh, I thought you forgot the effect. I'm like, first of all, like, game state has to be maintained by both players. So you can't even, like, maliciously be like, oh, I was hoping you forgot. Because then that's you maliciously cheating. Yeah. Because that's, like, you're admitting that you knew the game state was supposed to do this action and you didn't, like, you know. You stay quiet.
Exactly.
But yeah, so when he told me that, I'm like, yeah, you just got trolled by the judges, because I'm like, anyone would be like, you're not activating the effect. Like you said, it's resolving. You can't stop a resolution while it's happening. Like doesn't start a chain, doesn't do anything. Like it's just resolving. Mm-hmm. And I think the guy just Roots got trolled by that judge. And
damn, that sucks.
I'm like, that sucks. Yeah. And I'm like, and that's the thing, right? You could bring it to head judge, but now you're wasting time, and then blah blah blah.
When there's a ruling that I know for hard that I'll fight to the end, I'll definitely go to the head judge. Yeah, just like I did that one time I was playing against Sprite and I was playing Vanquish, and the guy didn't know how I was playing Vanquish, and he had Zeus and he was gonna do Zeus on me, but he missed timing. When I bounced back my Raisin and then I summoned my Caesar. So he missed timing because he says, okay. Instead of say, okay, I have a response. No, he just says, okay. To me, that simple command tells me, okay, you're allowing me to continue my resolution. Because I did say, and he responds, even though I'm not supposed to. I don't have to tell you response or anything. I'm just doing my command. I'm just doing my activation. So you have to do it. He didn't respond. He say, okay, so I just slip it. It's like, no, wait, I didn't say you're allowed to say it. I say, no, you say okay. You said okay. No, but you didn't give me a chance to respond. But it's like, you say okay. And then
you didn't say thinking. Most people say thinking.
Exactly, thinking. Yeah. Or say, I may have a response, or okay, give me I might have a response, or something that gives me an indication that you have a response to my activation. You just say, okay, keep it going. The judge was going to give it to him until I told him I'm escalating this to the head judge. because now it's no longer a card effect base. It's more of a game mechanic ruling of a one person to another, and he acknowledges it that he said okay. When the head judge came about with explain it, and the head judge look at it and say, okay, did you say okay and nothing else? It's like, yeah, okay. If I was there, I would have just say, okay, I have a response. But because you acknowledge of saying okay with nothing in response, and you let his actions to perform without anything, he's allowed to do it. The head judge gave it to me straight up.
Yeah.
And he was bitter about it. I was like, bro, I says, I'm sorry, I have to be this guy today. I say, well, I'm sorry, I have to be this guy as well. But you're not gonna try to cheat me out, you know, especially when there's something that I'm willing to like fight for it, you know. And I know I'm the right of this. You misunderstood how Vanquishable card works. I get it. It happens. It's a new card. It's a new mechanic. But again, that goes with everything, you know.
Yeah.
Fight to the death. Fight to the death. That was
so crazy. That's why I always say thinking. Even if I have nothing, I just quickly say thinking and be like,
yes,
okay,
it's the best way you to.
It's better to be safe and say think. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Just say thinking. Thinking. Okay, no response. That's it. All right, then keep it going. You gotta watch out. You know, it's little things like that can cost you the games. You know, little things like that. But we're gonna move on to the final topic for the TCG aspect, and we can move on to the last ones. And talking with the whole game pricing thing, finally, the hypocrisy that comes out of the pro players is starting to evolve now, and it's wow how quickly they can do a change of heart. Yeah. How quickly they change of heart when now they're saying, "Oh yeah, Snake Eyes is bad for the format. We should ban Snake Eyes." Oh, really? Nani? Now you're saying this?
No, yeah.
Not when you were topping and winning champions and YCSs and regionals. No. Now you're saying that. Not before. After. Now you're saying, oh yeah, Snake Eyes is a bad format. Bro, I've been looking at some of these YouTubers like Joshua Schmidt and Jesse Conn and say like, yeah, Snake Eyes is bad. I'm like, before you were champion on the ban list saying, oh yeah, it's a good thing that they banned Barone and Link Karibo and Summon Lemon and this and that, and they didn't touch Snake Eyes. It was a good hit. Now that Snake Eyes is out of control, now we're saying it's bad. Not before when you and me we were discussing about this. No, it was after the fact that we won top a couple times. The hypocrisy that comes out of these people is
they just say that
crazy.
They say that because they get bored.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
And then they want to play something else. But it's like they don't want to play the non-meta deck because it's like if you're trying to win, you have to play meta. So they're just saying they're bored of Snake Eyes. They're not.
No, and then they're the same people that also will complain, man. The format sucks. It's boring. It's very diverse.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they hate diverse formats.
Bruh.
So wait a minute. So what is it that you want? Do you want a diverse format, or do you want a tier 0 format? Which is it?
They want a tier 0 format, but they want it that every format is a different tier 0 format.
Bruh.
That's never gonna happen.
I know it's never gonna happen, but I'm saying that's what they want. If I'm pretty sure that's literally if they could have it like that, they would. They'll be like, oh my god, for the first 3 months of the year, tier. The next 3 months, Snake Eyes. The next 3 months, something else. Like
it's the hypocrisy.
What's happening right now is that Snake Eyes been top for like about 6 months now.
Just like tiers. Just like tier elements. Just like when that was a thing. Oh no, but it's a healthy format because they banned Barone and Link Kalibo and all those problematic cards.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Just for that, they get the button.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
They made all the weaker decks weak. They made weak decks weaker, and then they thought that was the best thing ever.
And they diverse? No. For tier 0, yeah. But for a little while. Just for one format. And then do whatever you want. Yeah, of course. after you won tops and whatnot, and you abuse the deck to the point of no return, that you're like, I'm bored with this deck. I want to try something new. Let's play Mementos and see if I can top Mementos. Like, again, and they get the button for the hypocrisy.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah, that's why they really want Snake Eyes to die, because then they can play Whitewood and then Fiendsmith and stuff like that.
But that's exactly why I tell people, guys, take with a grain of salt to these pro players. Don't take it too hard to whatever they say, because if we let them dictate whatever they say, everybody's going to go along with it without seeing the hypocrisy that comes out of it, you know?
Yeah. But it is with everything, because again, like, people will net deck a pro player, come to our store, and then get completely clapped by us, and then they rage quit.
And then they'll scream about it and cry about it.
Yeah.
So many people that net deck, and then we just like shatter their dreams like that.
And that's the thing. I tell people, I'm like, listen, if like, because again, people complain on my deck profiles, like, oh, this card sucks. Not just mine too, like my guest as well. They'll complain about my guest playing this like one card, and I'm like, I never said this was a YCS deck list. It literally says OTS store champion. Store. It doesn't say, yeah. And I'm like, our store, you know, like, I main Cyclone. People are like, why do you main Cyclone? I'm like, because it works for me. I literally just demolish people when they can't use their field spell and catch them off guard. But like, facts. In a YCS, I recognize in a YCS that might not be a good strategy, but I'm not telling you this is the best YCS strategy. And then that's the same thing. A lot of people like build their side deck, copying the pro players, and then they come to our store, and then their side deck is completely useless.
Exactly.
Because like their entire side deck is like anti Snake Eyes cards, and we're like, bro, there's only like 2 Snake Eyes players, so like that's not a thing, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I just don't understand why like people just like fall, like their word is law, and then even then, like the pro players don't agree with each other.
No, they don't.
They don't. So it's like, because again, in my discussion video on the ban list, like people were like, you never top the YCS, you know what you're talking about. And I'm like, they're like, oh yeah, the pro players think this deck, this ban list was good. I'm like, some of them think that, not all of them.
Not all of them.
Like other of them think the same opinion I have. So I'm just like, they literally just think like the pro players like word is like the best thing. And again,
law. That's
I knew I knew that was the thing when they all kept gaslighting, saying that tier limit was very skillful, and I'm like, yeah, a million random cards is very skillful.
It has really a one-liner combo, and from that one-liner, you do a bunch of shit.
Yeah,
like
because you can literally mill 3 cards that don't do anything, and it's like, that was not skill based. That's all luck based, and it's like, we're both gonna mill cards, and if I mill more interruptions than my opponent, I win. That's not skill. That's all. But again, the pro players kept saying like, oh yeah, it is skillful because I know exactly what interruption to do. So it's like, you know, someone will activate, you know, tier limit to fuse, and then there'll be like chain Ishizu to shuffle back. And then it's like, that's skillful. That's just common sense. Like anyone knows, like, oh, you're trying to fuse, I'm gonna shuffle your fusion stuff away. That, yeah. So once they started defending pro players, like, oh my god, like it was the most magical duel I've ever seen. It was so skillful. I'm just like, because one person got more interruptions than the other.
They get
in the graveyard.
They get the button.
Just to get the button.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Just for that, they get the button.
That's why I don't listen to pro players. I'll watch them and hear what they say, because sometimes they do say stuff that's useful, but when it comes down to like I believe the format this, I'm like, nah, like you're just saying that because you're just trying to win, or your viewers or whatever,
or you're being bought by Konami, you know, sponsored by Konami. Yeah.
Sponsored by Konami.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm with you on that. Because there is some common knowledge when I hear pro players like Joshua Schmidt and Pac, and the reasoning as to why they decided to choose this car over this car, or why they did this gameplay, or why they believe this deck that they're playing is the most optimal for this format and whatnot. I'm curious to hear their perspectives because they're the ones topping. So, but to hear them and me saying I'm gonna net deck it and try it on locals, or to hear some of the wild takes, because there are times in which sometimes they're informative and other times I'm like, I don't think it works that way, or I don't think people will be doing that way. Not unless you tell them that to do it that way. People are not going to follow that way. It's just certain takes, and certain reactions and reasoning as to why this one card can change your entire deck. And I'm like, dog, it's a one-off. Why do I want a one-off when I can have other things that can help me, make my deck more consistent? That one-off is not going to, that one-off, it's only like a few for me to draw it out. And if I search it, I had to have Frost. And if we're playing on a format that Frost is just garbage at that format, then it's not worth having that many resources just to get it. It's stuff like that, I just want to hear their perspective, but at the same time, I don't necessarily agree with what they're saying, because sometimes they're also talking out of their ass, and people don't realize that they do. People don't realize that sometimes they're just talking out of their ass just because they're streaming and they're getting viewership. They need the minutes, they need the time, so that way they get to get their numbers in the YouTube channels or the Twitch channels or whatnot. People don't realize that, but that does happen. Yeah. So pro players, you all get the button.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Just because you're a bunch of hypocrites, honestly. And they show, and again, even though I knew about certain pro players, it just showed them their true colors when they went this left field and say, oh yeah, Snake Eyes is boring. Oh yeah, Snake Eyes is very problematic. We should ban it. It's like, oh yeah, because a few months ago you were okay playing Snake Eyes and you were okay with the ban list. And say they didn't touch Snake Eyes at all. Only the cards that make Snake Eyes OP, like the Barons, the Savage, even though those cards have been around longer than Snake Eyes. But no, Snake Eyes is not the problem. It's definitely the other cards, like stupid takes. Like that is a stupid take. And everybody who believes on the pro players, you get the button.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You get the button too.
Yeah, because they're becoming zombies. I'm listening to all their bullcrap and believing that their word is law. So they get the button for that.
Brain rot.
Yeah, brain rot, basically. So yes, Master. Yes, I agree. What you say is true.
It just sucks that no one has their own opinion no more. That's my issue. It's just like that's why I just love local level, because people just bring the weirdest stuff and you get to discuss why they thought it was good. But with meta, with pro players, nothing against them, but it's just the people that follow them is what's more annoying.
Yeah.
Because they will defend them with their lives. It's bro, this isn't your wife, this isn't your mother, why you
this is some random guy. This is some random guy that's definitely not gonna defend you for any wild take. All right. So calm down.
Yeah, that's why it's funny, in my own comments where it's well, Jesse Cotton said this. I'm like, cool, Jesse Cotton doesn't play on my store.
Yeah. It's not.
He wouldn't know what to do in our locals. Yeah, again, he can come and he might not even talk because he's just unprepared for the locals. He's prepared for YCS. I 100% agree that he knows all the YCF stuff, but it's again,
and he knows all the players. But if he comes to our store who doesn't know any of the players and any rule, and also he could have a bad ruling. He can also be incorrect with a certain ruling, even though he's been playing Yu-Gi-Oh for a while. If there's certain interaction and he's trying to justify it, I can just easily call a judge, and the judge says no, that's not how he does it. It's how he says it. I could be like, there you go. So it can happen, and then they'll get butthurt and say this store sucks.
Yeah, I mean nothing against against him, but it's just the fact that just dealing with the fans, the viewers of these people, it's just so annoying.
Mm-hmm. I just feel like they're just a bunch of hypocrites, and people are
that too.
Because again. Circling back, we discussed this how many times that Snake Eyes is a problem. They say it's not the problem, but now they say it's the problem. You're flip-flopping on me. So and then to top it all off, like you said, having the fans to gaslight them a lot doesn't help either. But yeah, I don't want to talk about more about those hypocritical Yu-Gi-Oh pro players or players that follow the pro players because they have nothing else to do other than suck on the. Basically, what are your thoughts, guys, about the TCG and the current state of Yu-Gi-Oh? Do you think we should have a ban list that needs to be resolved, even though we called this months ago? Should we have a ban list? Should we ban Snake Eyes? Should we limit them? Should we hinder them or something? And what do you guys think about the game prices and whatnot? Let us know in the comments down below. We're going to move on from TCG Talk and on to the final topic that I definitely want to discuss before we wrap this up. And it's about PlayStation's State of Play versus Xbox Showcase. We can both agree. Xbox Games Showcase knocked that out of the park. State of Play, PlayStation, I'm sorry. The only good thing that came out of you guys was Silent Hill, probably. And there was probably like 1 or 2 games or something like that that I cannot remember. But in Xbox, I can say, oh yeah, they brought this, and this. There were so many cool things that Xbox brought in the showcase. And let me tell you, this is exactly why we need E3, man. This is exactly. And some of the games that they brought Xbox into it for what they did is like, yo, let's go. And I'm telling you, my thoughts about the Xbox Showcase, I was like, this was a great showcase. I'm looking forward to playing all these games. More games that I would have been playing in PlayStation. That's coming from a PlayStation fan, guys. That's imagine how much I fell in love with Xbox. Like it got me to a little point that's like, man, maybe I should get the Xbox. Maybe I should get like the digital one, just the small digital one, and play all the games from there. It got me that close. If it wasn't that, it got me close. But you know why it didn't get me all the way in? Is that I look at this list. I'm looking at it right now. All these wonderful games that we're gonna mention. All these games. I look at it and I say, all the majority of these games that I want to play, the majority of them are all cross-platform. That's why
you can already play it. Yeah.
So that's why I was like, hey, wait a minute. Let's not buy the Xbox yet. Hold on, because I can play Black Ops 6, which they announced it, gameplay trailer on my PlayStation. Assassin's Creed Shadows, also cross-platform. Metal Gear Solid Delta, cross-platform. I'm looking to other Fallout 76. It's definitely going to be a cross-platform. Diablo 4. I think that's only Steam, right? I don't know if there's a PlayStation version. Is there a PlayStation version of Diablo?
I'm not sure.
Somebody could correct me. Doom, the Dark Ages. Oh my God, that look amazing. Fortunately for a lot of people, it's also going to be cross-platform. I think Dragon Age. I know the Dragon Age is definitely cross-platform. Elder Scrolls, 100%. State of Decay. See, I'm mentioning a lot of games, a lot of like big AAA games. And these AAA games are all going to be cross-platform, you know? So if we look at it at the only, as of right now, me saying this, it could change later. The only Xbox exclusives that I'm looking at here at the list, I will say Gears of War E-Day. Whew, I can't wait. Oh my God. Flight Simulator 2024, which actually looked dope. It looked dope enough for me. Like, I'm gonna get this game. Fable from the Fable series.
Fable.
Yeah. Perfect Dark. That one looked good. I don't think Perfect Dark will be a PlayStation. I think it's gonna be only Xbox. I think. Like I said, it could change. And Stalkers 2. I don't know if that was on PlayStation 2. I feel like Stalkers, I've seen it more on Xbox. There's like a more representation on Xbox than in any other platform. I don't know. I think like, yeah, those are like the most AAA exclusive games. Every other game that I'm looking at is like CFEs, Fragpunk, Autumnfall, like Indiana Jones, Mega Break, which I'm excited for that one. I think like these are all indie type games, you know? which it's
You're
nice.
not playing the Mecha one?
Oh, 100% I'm playing the Mecha one. 100%. If it's like freaking Armor Core, oh my god, 100% I'm playing it. So yeah, so obviously Xbox knocked it out of the park when it comes to showcasing and showing the gameplays of some of these games and whatnot. But in terms of like playing the exclusives, it's only a few, right? Because the rest, it could be cross-platform, or it is cross-platform. And then when I look at all this, if you look at this list, you can perfectly see that there isn't an original Xbox game with an original story. Wolfson, what do you mean? Okay, everything that I'm seeing are already established franchises, sequels to established franchises. And Xbox just had the dips to showcase it, you know? Like, we all know about Diablo, we all know about Stalkers, we all know about Assassin's Creed, Fable, Call of Duty, Indiana, Gears of War, E-Day, Metal Gear Solid, Fallout, State of Decay, like it's gonna be the third one. Oh yeah, Wu Chang is probably one of those few Xbox exclusive. Elder Scrolls. See, Perfect Dark and Dragon Age. These are all established franchises that we had before. They're definitely gonna be new games. It's not gonna be new exclusive games, or it's gonna be
a new IP.
Yeah, exactly. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm excited for these games, and these guys, if it makes me want to buy the freaking Xbox just to play some of these games, like Gears, 100%. I'm playing Gears. Dope. But it's not new stories, the new exclusives. Like I said, like there's probably 5 over here that I'm looking at, like 5 AAAs that they're all exclusive to Xbox. The rest of it are cross-platform, and some of them are just small indie games, which are good, or it could flop, or depending on how it goes. There hasn't been. Everything that I'm seeing is all nostalgia factor, all retrains of sequels of franchises. Not one is like, oh yeah, it's a new game. Like okay, what's the perfect comparison? Okay, so whenever PlayStation announces a game from their studios, PlayStation Studios, there's new game, I don't know, Last of Us or Horizon or Ghost of Tsushima. Or I guess you can put the reboot of God of War. See, even though God of War it has its already established franchise, but the gameplay mechanics and the storyline is all new, and it's a new storyline that just continues on. All this stuff is all like brand new stories to talk about, and it's all exclusive to PlayStation. Whereas in Xbox, it's all like sequels. There's already a script. Like, for example, the Gears of War E-Day, it's a prequel. We all know it's a prequel. There's books of it. There's comic books. So there's not that much originality, storytelling-wise, to add on because it's already been written. Like, it's already done. This is stuff that me and my cousin, we were talking about it not too long ago. It's stuff that we just basically like, okay, there's a material. I don't have to like think hundreds of hours to come up with a material to make this game. No, it's already done. We already did the hard part. Now we just make it into a game. That's where I'm heading at. So I'm not saying like, Xbox is failing or anything like that. That's not what I'm trying to get to. I'm just saying that even though the showcase was amazing, I feel like there's not one original game for me to say like, oh yeah, that's the conclusive one. Everything is just nostalgic and retrace and sequels to or prequels to existing franchising games. There's nothing new. Unless they add like a new mechanic, maybe, but even still, like, there's not, like you say, new IPs. Nothing I saw was a new IP. If there's a new IP, it probably is that Wu Chang game that I saw. That was probably like the only one out of all these other monster hits that I'm seeing, but everything else is just like, it's just sequels. That's all. Good sequels or prequels, or good choice of you actually having it. But that's where I'm at. I'm just excited. As an Xbox fan, what are your thoughts? I am very eager to listen to what you think about this.
There's a bunch of stuff like I know people are excited for it, but like I said, I'm not like single player driven.
Mm-hmm.
The Gears of War, I was like, yo, this trailer. But I guess this is like a tangent, but I am just so tired of people like reacting to stuff. Because like when the trailer came out, a bunch of people were sending me like TikToks of it. And it's like I'm trying to watch the trailer, but there's like an idiot in the background just screaming like nonsense. Like the one my friend, my close friend sent me.
Yeah.
The guy was screaming Fallout, and I'm like, bro, this does not look like Fallout at all. Like at all. I was like, and that I wasn't even watching the showcase. So my friend just sent me the TikTok, and me with no context, I was watching, and I was like, yo, is this a new gear? And then the guy was just screaming on top of his lungs, oh my God, new Fallout, new Fallout. I'm like, this does not look like Fallout. And then it was Marcus Phoenix. And I was like, yeah, this is not Fallout. But I'm just saying, like, bro, like these people just react, and it's like, it almost shows like you haven't played games and you're just like like you're a reactor. You're not a gamer. And like, I know like people are going to say I'm gatekeeping or whatever, but it's like a lot of these people just react just to react, like,
just to have the views, just to have the
they don't even play the games. They don't play the games. They literally are like, oh my God, this looks amazing. They don't play it. They don't even own an Xbox or anything.
Yeah.
Which is fine if you want to do that. But it's like, I sent my friend and my bro, just send me the official like trailer. Don't send me this freaking people screaming top of their lungs and not
seriously
knowing,
it's so crazy.
The guy was like, oh my God, is this Fallout 5? And I was like, this doesn't even have the same artwork as Fallout. It didn't look like Fallout. Then again, it was Gears, and I was like, yeah, so crazy. I don't know. This is a weird tangent, but I think that's the only thing I'm excited about. I actually did like the other Gears like prequel. I think you did. I think you said you didn't like it, but I liked it. I thought
Judgment
it was interesting. Judgment, yeah. I know a lot of people didn't like Judgment. I thought I liked it because it was like a different like viewpoint, because we're all used to like just the COG, right? The coalition of order governments against the Locust. Why am I forgetting the Locust? Yeah, the Locust Horde. But Judgment was like, yo, there was like a war on this planet. I think it was called like URI or something like that. The other faction.
Yeah.
And I thought that was cool, but a lot of people did not like Judgment. I was like, what? Do you want another game where you're just fighting locusts? Like, but that's another thing I see. If I not to defend COD, but like companies will try something new and then they get shitted on, and then they just go back to the old thing, and then they still get shitted on. Like with COD, right? Like all the CODs were always like a boots to ground, and then when they started adding jetpacks, people were complaining like, "Oh my God, why'd you add jetpacks?" Blah blah blah. And then when they go back to boots to ground, they're like, "Oh, so you're just gonna release the same game every year?" And it's like, but when they try something new, you just shit on them. And so I think that's the same thing that happened with Gears. That with Judgment, they tried like a different story. I was like, hey, this is like COG being the dominant, whatever.
Yeah.
Like a different, multiplayer too. And then they were like, no. But then when they did Gears 4, they were like, oh, are you just gonna release the same gear type every game? And it's like, what do you want? Do you want innovation or not? So, I mean, another thing with trailers is like, I don't really care about trailers because it's not a gameplay trailer. Like, you can show me the most beautiful trailer ever, but then if you give me like, I don't know, like a dog shit, the gameplay sucks. Yeah. I think that happened with Crackdown, like Crackdown 3 with Terry Crews.
Yeah, I remember
with Terry Crews. Like, everyone was hyped for that game, but then when you played it, you're almost like, what is this? Like, so that's another thing. It's like, that's why I don't take trailers that serious anymore, because I'm like, I don't care. Like, you're putting $1 million into your cinematic, but then you don't deliver a good game. Right. So to me, I'm just like, once I see the gameplay trailer, that's when I get hyped. Like with Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
Yeah.
When they're showing the gameplay trailer, I'm like, yo, I was like, this game is lit. Up until then, I was like, cool, like new game, whatever. Once I saw the gameplay, I'm like, I'm definitely getting the game. But I think with game companies, like, they focus so much on like a cinematic trailer, and then it's like the game. I think there was, funny enough, a Star Wars game that I never got into, but I saw the trailer and I was like, yo, this trailer is sick.
Which
and
one?
Then I see the
Squadron?
gameplay. I'm like, No. I think it's one of the
Jedi's
like the
fallen?
online.
Oh, the
No,
Battlefront?
like not. No, it's like a MMO. I think.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to
Um,
think which one.
but as I'm saying, I saw the trailer and I was like, "Yo, is this like a new TV series, whatever?" And it's like, "Oh no, it's just that game that I don't like." But the trailer was just crazy. That's what I'm saying. I saw the trailer and I'm like, bro, like, I'm like, is this the new Star Wars? Like, that's what I want to watch or whatever. But once I saw it was like for a game that I didn't like, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, the trailer was awesome, but I already know the gameplay is not because it's an existing game.
Mm-hmm.
So like there again, I agree. Like all the trailers looked awesome, but it's like let's dial back. Let's not give Xbox too much like praise. I'm like because again with Crackdown 3, they own Crackdown, and it was the same thing, right? Like Terry Crews was in the trailer and everything, and then the gameplay just let everyone down. And I was like, yeah. So I don't want to give Microsoft that victory just yet. Once the games start coming out and we play them, and say, okay, we can reevaluate if they went plus or not.
Yeah, or neg.
Neg, yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you, man. I agree. We stand by the showcase was good. It was definitely way better presentation than PlayStation did. But like the wow factor was all sequels to certain games, but nothing like that blew me out of the water park to say, "Holy shit, I can't wait." Even though we're fans of these certain franchises, we're gonna play it no matter what, even if it sucks. We're gonna play. So, but I agree. We just have to wait. At least we had a few gameplays. Like I didn't see much gameplay on Assassin's Creed on PlayStation, but I did saw it on the Xbox. Same goes with Black Ops. They released a trailer, but there was no gameplay. Xbox, bam, gameplay. And Perfect Dark, we saw gameplay, which is like, oh my god, this is good. And as well as Metal Gear. And what are the other ones? The mech game that looked very interesting for me. Like, oh, I can't wait. Doom. Was there any gameplay on Doom, or was it just cinematic all around? I think
it was just cinematic. I might be wrong.
Yeah.
Or if there was gameplay, I guess we just forgot.
Yeah, exactly. We just have to wait and see. We'll see how they play out when it gets released. See if the hype was real or not. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Those are your thoughts. Any final thoughts out of it? Just that?
No, I can't wait to play Gears.
Yeah, me too. Let us know in the comments down below what you guys think about the Xbox Showcase and the PlayStation State of Play. What are your thoughts about all the games that got released? We can wrap this up. We're gonna do a good segue. Let's just keep it short and simple. No questions today.
No questions. Okay.
We'll leave it for the next one. I'll give us more time to prepare. Yeah, guys, let's wrap this up, guys. It's a good episode. I got nothing but love. Happy to be back, especially with you, Mike. That was something. Oh yeah, like today's The Boys season 4 is out. It's a Prime Video, first 3 episodes. Later on, we'll give our review of The Boys once we finish the season. They already announced that season 5 is gonna be the last season, which in my opinion is a good thing. Great, just end it short and simple. Don't overstretch it, like you said. Don't be like The Walking Dead that went too far. I agree.
With 20 spinoffs,
yeah, with too many spinoffs. Like there's way too many spinoffs. And you had to watch the original so you can see why the spin-outs all connect to each other. That's a whole universe that I want to deal with. They say that Gen V is going to continue on as the spin-off of the main Boys franchise. So we might actually see cameos, if not in the Gen V. I don't know how Gen V is going to be at. Honestly, I don't think they should continue milking it. Because, with Gen V, it's going to be too much. They say they're planning to do multiple other spin-offs. On top of that, I was like, oh, okay, we're getting out of hand. All right, we don't have to go on. We could just end it right here, and that's it. So guys, check out The Boys. Season 4 is out. First 3 episodes. It's going to be every Thursday on Prime Video, on Amazon Prime Video. You should check that out. We'll give our final review at the end of it. Just like
Are you sponsored by Prime, bro? You
no, just letting everyone know, catch up so we can definitely discuss it. Also, Star Wars The Acolytes on Disney Plus every Tuesday at 9 a.m., which is kind of crazy. Why that late? But you can watch it the next day on a Wednesday. I've been watching it. It's good. I don't know why people are not liking it, or better yet, I don't know why people are listening to IGN's dog shit review. To this day, I would never understand, but it's pretty good. It's a brand new story for me. You know, instead of listening to the whole Skywalker universe and listening to all the Skywalker shit and all the drama that they caused throughout the galaxies, this is a whole completely new story that I'm with it. Hundreds of years into the past, before the whole events of Phantom Menace. So this is like, okay, this is something brand new. I'm happy. I'm happy to see this, how they're gonna fruition this. You know, I really am excited. So far, it's good. We'll give a review afterwards. Any other shows that I can think of? I don't know what's going. Oh, House of Dragons season 2 releasing this Sunday in Mats. Highly, guys, get ready for more Game of Thrones, guys. That's all I'm gonna say. Those are the things that you guys should watch and come up. And yeah, guys, we're gonna wrap this out nice and neatly, man. Plug yourself out to let the whole people know where they can follow you, Mike.
Yep. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Mike Phoenix Hero. You guys know I do YouTube content for Yu-Gi-Oh. Just watch me. I do deck profiles, unboxings, and stuff like that.
100%, man. I can't wait to come up with this Saturday, see what we can cook, man.
Yeah, hopefully I don't oversleep.
Yeah, I don't know what went down with you that you came so late, but we'll discuss this later. Hopefully I don't play myself and lose early on. Just hopefully this time, this is going to be the week I'm going to win. We'll see, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. And guys, remember to like and subscribe for your weekly episodes and turn the bell for notification here at youtube.com/AWGC podcast, or search on us on A Wolf in Geek's Clothing. You can also check the audio versions for SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and iHeartRadio at the Lone Wolf Podcast, Wolves in Music, and A Wolf in Geek's Clothing. All for free, guys. You can always comment down below and let me hear your thoughts. Share your experiences. If you guys got a specific topic that you want me and Mike to talk about it and discuss about it, please let us know in the comments down below. We're gonna do our best to talk about it in the next episode. Guys, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace.